Hello and welcome to Daily Tech Video. In today's episode, I'm going to share some of the important feature highlights of the latest TechSmith Camtasia 2020 software, and I do have some positives to mention and some negatives that I like to mention, kind of my initial impression with this Camtasia 2020 software. It is of course one of the best software when it comes to, screen recording on your Mac or Windows and then doing all the video editing works for, I'm using it for my YouTube channel and I've been using it for more than 5 years, and it is impossible for me to completely go out of this application or even think about it. The thing is, I do use a couple of other screen recording and editing utilities exclusively available for Mac, but Camtasia always stands as my favorite. Now, without any further delay, let's dive into some of the initial impressions that I have had with the Camtasia 2020, after using for the Camtasia 2019 for almost 1+ year. So the first thing is the media bin. It is right now well organized and kind of categorized, I would say. As you can see, the video, audio and images, everything splitted into separate with a proper page break. It'll be easy for you to simply fetch that particular video footage or the images or the audio clip if you're working with a bigger project. For smaller projects, it won't be a problem. And I've been using Camtasia for a long time, as I mentioned earlier, for my e-learning tutorial creation, for Mac Windows related tutorial creation, and for my YouTube channels. I'm running 2 channels for the past 2+ years, and Camtasia is the perfect companion for me to do all the a perfect audio output for my students who wants to learn, and for general audience, public audience who wants to fix their problems related to the Mac and Windows. Alright, so the first thing I notice is the media bin that is right now well categorized, and the next one is favorites. If you have any separate animations that you have applied to any specific footage or the content and you want to reuse it again and again, you can simply mark it as your favorite and you can simply drag and drop that particular the animation effect from the favorites tab. You don't need to go to the animations tab every time and search for it, because certain conditions are there, we will be using the same effect again and again. So for that scenario, this favorites tab will be very useful. And the next one is the library, which I noticed the Camtasia 2020 library will show you the 2019 version got this beautiful set of libraries. You can have you can simply drag and drop this pre-built intros that comes from the Camtasia application itself. As you can see, you can play that, and if you want to keep this intro with your video, you can simply import that. So just like this, you have plenty of intros to choose from. There are few couple of new intros, outros and lower thirds have been added. As you can see, simply I can drag and drop it here. When I play it, it will show that particular effect, complete the lower third will be there. So I can simply double tap it and tab has opened to edit this particular lower third on the right side. Okay, I can simply select it on the bottom in the timeline and I can edit it on the right side. This has been there, but a couple of new intros and lower thirds have been added, and there are pre-set of music tracks for you to pick from. If you're making some casual video and you want to some kind of family photo album and you want to pick up some audio, you have a beautiful collection inside built in this music tracks area. The outros, it's not that great, but just for a sake it is there. I believe I always like to go for my own outros for my video. If I'm creating certain video clips, for example, as you can see, while talking in this video, I'm going to transition to a different web page or a screenshot. So for this purpose, I have used the particular video as a transition effect. I did apply the fade in and fade out thing for this particular video file, and all I have to do is I have to right click on this particular file and I have to select add to library, and this will be added to this particular user library. I can add as many as contents as I need, and when I'm editing after 20 minutes video, and if it is a very lengthy video, it is not possible for me to go back and forth to copy that effects. So simply I can mark that particular effect to be used in future positions in a particular timeline, and I can simply drag and drop that from that area. So it is that easy, and it will be really a time saving for editing your video. And this 2020 version is all about speed, performance, and boosting your workflow. That I can clearly observe. And the next one is annotations. There are not much difference compared to the previous version. You have pretty much most of the essential annotations here that will be useful for you to create your tutorials. If you're a teacher and you're creating some impressive video lectures for your students, then this set of annotations will be really useful. As you can see, you can use the arrows, lines, everything. The shapes are there. There is no much change here, I believe, like compared to the previous versions, and then the shapes are same, the sketch motion, and then the keystroke call out if you want to use it. And the next one is transitions. There are very small, a minor fine tuning with each and every transitions, I believe. It is good. A couple of transitions are new to me. As I can see, the glow, I don't remember seeing it in the previous one, and the whip spin was there, but there are a couple of, the random dissolve, I think it is kind of new to me. So you can simply drag and drop that particular effect anywhere you want on your timeline, and in between the clips. I can drag and drop, and I can adjust the length of it. So I'm going to select the another one, and just to show you how it actually works. So that's all. So you can insert it between any clips. You can easily use keyboard shortcuts to make your workflow a lot easier. Normally we use Command T to slice between the clips, and we can drag and drop it smoothly, and you can insert any sort of images or any other video insertions that you want to make. And the next one is behaviors. I don't see any huge difference in the behaviors, and the animations effect were same, the scale up, scale down, and all the other animation effects. And if you want to add any quick voice narration in between the video clip, you can do that here. And the audio effects, they are same, of course, compared to the previous version, a little bit fine tuned, I believe, and the audio compression is very useful if you're recording it on different mic sources, audio sources, and if you want to remove certain noise level, you can drag and drop it on that particular audio clip. And on the right side, you will see the properties of that particular settings for that audio file. Whatever the filter that you have applied, you can control that here. And the next important feature changes that they mention, they have included in the 2020 version is replacing media with different media sets. If I want to replace this particular video clip to an image, previously I have to select it, delete it, either I have to trim it, I have to do plenty of works. But right now, simply I can drag and drop that particular media, I can select it, and till the end of that particular media region will be replaced. I'll be given an option whether to replace or ripple replace. As you can see, that particular content has been replaced, the video content has been replaced with an image. I can do that for different video footages. It definitely makes the workflow easier. I'm not going to use it frequently, but it is good to know that there is such feature exists for me to use in case if I need it. And overall, I would say it is good. It is overall, I'm pretty much happy with the minor feature enhancements, because I was using the Camtasia 2019 version, till 2019 version, and this 2020 version didn't bring me so many features, but it is good because 2019 itself was sufficient for me as a YouTuber and as a person who create a lot of tutorials, in a month time. So I'm kind of pretty much satisfied with my previous version itself, and 2020 is kind of a little bit here and there kind of feature additions, and I wish they could add more features compared to the previous version, and new users won't be noticing that much difference, but people like me who have used the Camtasia earlier versions will definitely notice the differences. In my yesterday's workflow, let's come to the negative sides, which I like to highlight. In my yesterday's workflow, I faced few performance related issues. Like my iMac is 2019 model, and I have upgraded the SSD storage, both the built-in SSD storage and the external hard disk to the SSD models, mainly to make it suitable for video editing purposes. So what I observed is, like, when I work with multiple video footages, like I use some videos downloaded from YouTube, some from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I download several bits and pieces of videos from several sources. So that can cause a kind of an encoding issue whenever you drag and drop, videos from different sources. If it is from the same source, the performance of, entire editing workflow will be a lot easier. But when you try to include different formats, different, encoded file formats, then it is going to be a nightmare. That whatever the computer you have, whatever whatever the GPU and CPU amount of power you have, it doesn't gonna be matter. Even the Mac Pro will struggle, I believe. With my last similar problem with the Camtasia 2019, when I had a problem, the Camtasia tech support team was very helpful. They assisted me quickly via email, and they asked me for the diagnosis report. They collected everything and they were following up with me till the issue has been fixed. The problem is, like, I was using this sort of multiple formats and multiple encoded formats, video footages from several sources, and the advice that I got from my friends actually is I should use Handbrake kind of utility to properly format that first, to convert that to 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second according to my requirement, and then I need to import that footage to my video workflow. So that really helped and that really solved the problem. The important thing that I like to mention about the TechSmith Camtasia support team is they frequently listen what we actually, the problems we face, and they provide updates according to the problems to fix them. And with the 2020 version, I had one big issue is the performance was okay, but I did face some kind of hiccups even while editing with the same single footage. This was the exact footage actually, the one I'm talking about. Yesterday I was editing this, and it was taking a little bit, here and there when I move the cursor, a little bit hangs was there. But then after, saving the clip and after a few minutes, it was normal. And, it was kind of confusing for me that the new version, I never expected this sort of problem with the newer version. And the second thing I noticed is the cam recording didn't work as expected. For default recording, it works fine. But when I try to do a kind of an inception, like I try to record this particular Camtasia screen with the help of the same 2020 version Camtasia screen, we can open multiple projects simply by pressing Command N. We can open multiple projects, multiple project windows on the Camtasia software. When I tried to do it, I had camera hiccups, and the microphone was not picking up the audio. Only the screen recording was happening with the the Camtasia software. So I escalated this issue immediately with the proper diagnostics report and the crash reports, everything. And I'm very confident, just like my previous issues that they have addressed, I'm very sure that within a couple of weeks or within a month, they'll be providing another update to address all these issues. I'm using Logitech, a third-party camera, which is 360E, I believe. So apart from the FaceTime camera, it works perfectly on FaceTime. That's what the strange thing is. So only with the Logitech camera, it was not working fine. So maybe the third-party drivers are kind of screwing up with the Camtasia recording features, I believe. So other than those two negatives, the Camtasia 2020 is the perfect choice. I was successfully able to edit this video without any too much trouble, and then while preparing this video, I faced that camera issue, and as you can see, the video footage really turned out to be great, and people have enjoyed it. And all I'm waiting for is the next update to fine-tune whatever the complaints that we have raised right now. And not just me, like many other people who are who have recently upgraded from 2019 to 2020 version must have noticed some difference. It happens with this sort of complex software. It tries to make all our video editing and workflow a lot easier, and it does the job perfectly, and it makes it worth for the money. And while talking about money, it is important for me to give you an important tip to help you save some money. The thing is, like, Camtasia offers the $299 standalone license. The license comes around $299, and it is important to choose their maintenance package, because last year when I was purchasing the 2019 license, I bought the maintenance package so that right now I don't have to pay the $99 upgrade fee. Every year they'll be releasing new software with new features. You don't need to pay for the extra performance that you get and for the extra features, the transitions, the effects, and all sorts of things. If your project requirement is very less for another 6 months or 8 months, then you don't need the maintenance package. You can simply stay with the current version, and you will receive updates or any important security bug fixes, and any important updates you will get even after the update period expires. But it's kind of important to get the maintenance if you're planning to use it for a long time. I do have one more recommendation when it comes to saving your money. The thing is, like, they have good set of assets, a pre-built assets on their TechSmith Camtasia store. You get 900,000 plus, royalty-free video assets and images, audio clips, everything. You can get it for around $199 additional fees, I believe. This is not directly from Camtasia, I think. So, and with the latest version, as you can see, they have added the templates and themes feature. The themes and templates are nothing but, pre-built titles and some transition effects that you can use simply by drag and drop, and you can easily edit it with your videos to make your video a little bit more, attractive for the audience. So as you can see, the templates, you can select these ready-made intros and outros, to integrate with your video presentation. My suggestion is, like, if you can find any other third-party royalty-free, videos and images subscription service, something like Shutterstock, or there are plenty of other services, you can go with that. And I think personally, I have the suggestion that TechSmith Camtasia should consider reducing their assets subscription fee a little less. For year $199, I believe it's huge, but of course you have plenty of contents inside. So only if you need it, you can consider that subscription. This is just my personal suggestion, and it is up to you to decide whether which one will be more suitable. After browsing all the assets, you need to decide that. If you find it worth, go for it. You will definitely, be making your videos more attractive. Otherwise, consider some alternatives. That's my personal suggestion. Or if you're going to use it for the first time, I'll leave a link to this particular software. The trial version is there. First, download the trial, see that it is suitable for you to record your screen, to edit your videos and apply transitions and make the video a beautiful video output, and then you can decide to purchase. There is a 30 days trial is there. I'll leave a link to that in the description of this video. And if there are any promotional offers, Camtasia coupon codes, any discounts, like they rarely give 10% or maximum 15%, I believe, discounts on their Camtasia license yearly once. Update that particular details in the description of this video, which may be helpful for you to save. But right now, as of now, while I'm recording this video, there are no such offers. I should clearly mention that, and you need to pay the full price to get it if you are in urgent and you want to start the work immediately. So that is all. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a wonderful day.